I'm going to do a review of this keyboard case that I had just purchased for the iPad 2, 3, and even 4. It is an Arcadia from Nutrent, IMP38B. As you see with the box, it shows the case. It also shows some of the different positions that you can do with it. So we're going to set the box aside and show you the actual unit here. What's nice about the unit here is it has a nice hard case. Very nice keyboard, just like a standard keyboard, with some additional keys that work very well that are specific for the iPad. Has a hard on-off button as well as a connect button. Also, it has an adjustable slide that just will push in. You don't have to use the button. As you can see, it'll ratchet a little bit. You don't have to use the button to bring it in. To put it out, you just slide this switch to the left, and then this will come out. It'll even come completely out, that you can use your iPad separate. You can put it anywhere away from your keyboard. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you putting it in. It's very simple. You put with the home button to the right, as you can see, the home button to the right, and line up with the speaker grill and the opening for the wire, the power cord and sync cable. You put the bottom in first, and the top, you just go till it clicks, and then the top left, same thing, just go until it clicks. Now it's in. What's nice, as I mentioned, is you can move this anywhere. As you can see, it is resting on its own, separate from the keyboard. This is adjustable, so you can push this down. Sorry, it's one-handed. So, and it can be put to several different angles. It can't go too far because it may then that will come. But you can see you get a pretty decent angle with it without it coming down. I think, if I remember correctly, it goes a little bit more, but then it starts to get a little bit top-heavy because of the way it's set at the angle. So, but you can set at different angles. You can also rotate this. I'm going to try and do this one-handed. I'm going to rotate this here. Okay, you can see that rotated there now. And then we'll set it at a proper angle so it can stay. And there it is, resting on its own in an angle, and set up. And of course, just need to get this screen in the proper mode. Okay, so then you can, sorry, my screen's not rotating. I don't think I have the lock on though, but that's my iPad, not the case. So, but anyway, we'll put it back down to its normal position. The only thing that I do not like about it is there's no friction, so you can see that it's kind of flops all the way like that. Right? No friction there on this, but it's really not a problem. You just rest it so that move it so it's resting on the surface, and then it stays. What's nice about it though is that this is completely removable. So if I carefully rest this down, if I had two hands it's even easier, but one-handed, I just squeeze these two and this comes right off, and you can move it around, take it wherever you want, and then very simply goes back together. And there it is. Okay. Now to put it back into the keyboard, again, very simple. A little bit more difficult with one hand, but this is going to go into the slot. Just slides right in. You do not have to use that switch when you're pushing it in. This can just be slid in. Okay? And you can set it at any angle, at any position. So if you want a little bit of a slope when you're typing, you have this out. If you want this to be more vertical, you just push that in all the way, and it's more vertical, almost 90 degrees. Okay, two last things that we're going to show you is how easy it is to connect. So I'm going to turn the switch on, and you can see the lights come up. It has a charge light, capsule light, and Bluetooth light, BT, and then the connect button. So I'm going to go into my settings, and I'm in Bluetooth, As you can see, I have devices, but not this keyboard just yet. I am going to click connect. And there you see Bluetooth keyboard just showed up, and it says not paired. So I'm going to touch on that, and we get this message, Bluetooth pairing request, and I enter this code and then enter or return, and then it'll work. So I'm going to enter that code, 0159, return. And as you see, it just popped off, and now Bluetooth keyboard is at the top, and it's connected. So I'm going to hit the home key now on the keyboard. As I said, there's some iPad keys. It has the display, and you can see as I touch the display, you can have it go down, of course, or up. It has a keyboard button, which I'll show you momentarily. It only works when you have an app open for it. It has the search button, which you'll see the screen change to the search if you just touch that button. And then it has photos. It'll go right to your photos if you touch that button. And then it has play and fast forward and rewind. This is for CDs, not CDs, but for music from iTunes. This will play and pause music. As you can see, I just did that. And I can fast forward to the next song. And I could just pause to stop it. And then it has volume control, on off. And then of course you can just change the volume control up or down as well. And a keyboard lock. Nice keyboard with good response. You'll see in the writing app we're going to just show. As you see, the screen came up. I'm just going to type. I'm going to hold the shift key. Oops. Again, one-handed typing is a little bit more difficult. Very happy with my case. And exclamation point. And as you see, the very good response. And I'm going to hit the caps lock key just to see how that works. And you can see caps. Oops, sorry. Works. Fine. Okay. So I'm going to turn the caps lock off, but you'll see before I turn it off that the caps light was on, showing you that the caps are on. And now the caps light is off. Okay. So that is the review of the Arcadia Nutrent IMP38B. I recommend it highly. Works very well. So as for final, I'm going to show you how it closes. So it's got a nice hard plastic case. Nice case on this side, and of course there's some rubber pieces that are included on here so it doesn't slide when you're using it. But at the same time, the last thing is that it has that magnetic sensor. So you see, that just went on, and it'll go off as you close, and it just came on again. So really nice sensitivity with that as well, and I recommend this very highly.